Hey, what's up, y'all? So today I am going to be vlogging, kind of vlogging. My hair looks a mess. From the couch. I wanted to do a video on my contribution to Black History Month and whatnot. But I don't know. I kind of get choked up when I start just talking about Black History Month and what we've been through. So I'm going to be doing some work on my laptop while I talk to you guys. I want to kind of also talk about another topic, staying in your lane. So a couple months ago, I had a conversation with someone, and we were talking about a situation. We were talking about another person's situation, and basically how to help them to, get through what they were going through. And this other person basically was like, oh, if they weren't trying to do this and trying to do that, and if everybody just stay in their lane, blah blah blah, they would be able to do this and do that. And I don't know, I was kind of like I didn't quite agree with that. Simply because and this is how I'm gonna tie it in with Black history, right? So we were brought over here, we were slaves, right? Okay. Um, then we had our Harriet Tubmans, we had our Rosa Parks. And if they had stayed in their lanes, because basically we was talking about this person wanting to do something else with their lives and like wanting to venture out and do something else with their lives. And I'm just like, I don't see anything wrong with that. Actually, I think that that's dope. Like, why not encourage that person or try and help that person, in their struggles of just trying to do that and trying to achieve that. And this person, however, was like, oh, they need to stay in their lane. People always want to do things that they think they can do that they can't do, and they need to stay in their lane. And I don't know, I just was like, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't think that there is, I personally don't think there's a such thing as a stay in your lane, unless you're trying to give like your 2 cents and you're trying to put your 2 cents in where it doesn't need to be. Like, if you're going to speak negative on someone, then you need to stay in your lane. If a person is venturing out to try and do something, then who are we to stop them or tell them that they can't? And then it ties back into like Black history. Like, I feel like, we were brought over here as slaves. We were told we can't read. We're not allowed to write. We have our warriors that were out there fighting for the cause. To this day, we still fighting for the cause. But if they would have stayed in their lanes, how would we have evolved? Like, where would we have grown from to be able to be where we are today? Okay, you stay in your lane with this particular thing you're doing. That doesn't mean that there's not other lanes. That doesn't mean there's not other paths. It doesn't mean that you can't venture out and try something else or try something different. Like when I think back to how slaves had no rights, I actually think we're doing an injustice by staying in our lanes. I think we're actually, our ancestors would turn over in their graves because they're like, we went through the fire. We went through all that we went through so that you guys can have an opportunity, so you can come out on the other side, or at least try and persevere towards something. Basically, that's what this person was saying. Like, oh, they should not try and venture out and do anything else. They should just stay in their lane because this is what you're good at. For example, my mom, she just started painting. She's 70, and her paintings are now being sold on eBay. Her paint instructor are hanging her paintings up on a wall. Her stuff is amazing and it's beautiful, and she loves doing it. Had she just stayed in her lane with being a teacher and a hairstylist, she would have never known that she was even capable, to see all the blessings that God puts in us and all the talents that he gives us. And for us to just stay in our lane, which is stay with what we know, what we're comfortable with our comfort zones. I just think that that's just such an injustice, like, I was told I was in a horrible marriage, married young, and I was, and this person would always tell me like, oh, you shouldn't, because I sang, so I've been singing all my life, so they knew I sang, and they were in music as well. But I was always told, oh, you shouldn't try to produce, you don't know how to play an instrument, you shouldn't try to produce your own music, oh, it's not going to be good. I'm also an inventor. When I look at some of the, Black inventors, African American inventors, I think about like all the things that I've invented in my mind that I've seen come out now. Like, no lie, I have written down and I have drawn out things of inventions that are now out, like, and I'm just like, wow, but this person discouraged me. Oh, nobody's gonna want that. Nobody's gonna buy that. And I 150% disagree with this person. Like, I let it keep me down for a long time, and I didn't fight against it for a long time. And I think that's why when I heard this other person say stay in your lane, I think it just kind of like, it was like lightning went through my body. If us as African Americans would have stayed in our lane, where would we be? You know what I'm saying? We're singers, we're actors, we're gymnasts, we're race car drivers, we are writers, producers, we are scientists, we're inventors, you name it. We're entertainers, like you name it, and we can do it. So while I was vlogging, I realized the time, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta start dinner. So I'm going to make some chili quickly, and yeah, so I don't know. I was doing some research and I found a couple people. This one lady, Dr. Shirley Jackson. I don't know if you ever heard of her. She was the first African American woman to earn a doctorate in nuclear physics at MIT. She didn't stay in her lane. You go, girl. And then there was Lewis Latimer. He was an inventor and an engineer. The carbon filament, a vital component of the light bulb. Okay, he helped draft the patent for Bell's design of the telephone. He also helped design and improve the railroad car, like the bathroom and the air conditioning units. Lewis Latimer. He didn't stay in his lane. Marie Van Britten Brown. Her original invention consisted of peepholes, a camera monitors, and two-way microphone. The finishing touch was an alarm button that, when pressed, would immediately contact the police. So y'all know what that is already. Her patent laid the groundwork for the modern closed circuit television system that is widely used for, you got it, surveillance. You go Marie Van Britten Brown, because she didn't stay in her lane. Who else we got? We got Otis Boykin. Boykin had 26 patents in his name and is famed for the development of IBM computers, y'all. I don't know. These are the types of stories I need to read and hear when I think about Black History Month, because there's so many of us being shot down by the police. There's so many of us being killed wrongfully. There's so many of us being accused wrongfully, locked up in prison. And it's just like, why? It's simply because of this right here, this little thing called melanin, this little brown face. Is like, why would you, why? Anyway, Lonnie Johnson. The man that gave us the most famous water gun, the Super Soaker, which I thought was cute because I was like, I mean, some of the other inventions are like serious or whatever, but I'm like, who doesn't like a good water gun on a hot, sunny day? I'm so thankful for people that didn't stay in their lane. Screw that, staying in your lane, just to name a few. So, why should we stay in our lanes? I don't know. You tell me. Because I was discouraged. I was told not to venture out into things I wanted to do. And at the end of the day, it's like, that's not okay. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? You know? I don't know. I just feel bad because, you know, we as African Americans, we have it double, like, it's like double hard for us, you know? Like, jobs, trying to get a job, you know, something just simple things. Like, we carry the scarlet letter on our chests, on our faces, you know, our skin. Like, we can't get a fair break. You know, no race of people should have to stay in their lane. You know, not just us, but Black History Month, and I'm talking about us because honestly, at the end of the day, we're at the end of the totem pole. Like, we are the most hated race, and that's just the truth. Like, it's sad, but it's the truth, you know. And we have to constantly tell ourselves that we're good enough and believe in ourselves and love ourselves. You know, we're not always going to be supported in things that we may want to do. Like, this is what I want to do, and I've been discouraged too long, and I've been held down too long and told that I can't do it too long, and I'm done with that. Like, music, like, we're so musically inclined as a people. I mean, we're responsible for jazz, rock, the blues, R&B, hip hop. You know, the list goes on and on. It's like, our people are dope. Like, we are dope. And don't ever let anybody tell you you're anything less than that. I don't care how dark we are, how light we are, how medium brown we are. We come in all different shades and all different colors, but we are dope as a people. We are an amazing, strong, resilient race of people, and I'm so proud to be an African American. And I wrote a little Black History poem, and I want to say it for you guys, so I'll be right back. Been through the fire, built a country on our backs, still smiling, surviving, no talents we lack. The most hated race with no reason to back it. Just another man's race did it, and that's all it took to happen. Separated from our children, beaten and starved. No matter what the challenge, we came through them all. We bleed, we love, we hurt just the same. How can we not be treated as humans? With bachelors and masters and still barely making ends meet? Add a little student loan debt and our families can barely eat. While we were being owned, you were gaining riches. How can we ever catch up? Racism is still in existence. We look to politics to somehow save us, but until real change, it's for us, by us. We're mothers and fathers, sons and daughters. If any man needed a kidney, it'd have no color. Why must we fight? Because the sun kissed our skin a little harder, our hair's a little drier, our nose is a little wider. We come in all different colors, chocolate, caramel, and cream, but if you cut us or shoot us, the same color we bleed. This world was given for all of us to share, not for some to have so much and others to barely have any to spare. Don't look down on us because our skin is darker, but look up at us because of all we've conquered. Who do you know that's had it harder? Don't you see? Till this day we struggle for equality. I won't give up. I love myself and my brothers and sisters that may need my help. Pick up your brothers and sisters and help them achieve this thing we call the American dream. We're not that token